Smokin' Joe Frazier. The officials assigned by the Nevada State Athletic Commission for the next bout of the evening. The judges are Dalby Shirley, Dr. James Jen Kim, and Jerry Roth. Your referee is Carlos Padilla. This is the main event of the evening. 12 rounds of boxing for the NABF Cruiserweight Championship. Introducing in the red corner, fighting out of Detroit, Michigan, weighing 192 pounds, with a professional record of 18 wins, 1 defeat, with 10 KOs. Ladies and gentlemen, here is the challenger, Spencer Chavis. And in the blue corner, from Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, weighing 194 3/4 pounds. His professional record consists of 12 wins, 1 defeat, with 9 KOs. He's rated #1 in the world by the WBA. He is the NABF Cruiserweight Champion, Bert Cooper.
Referee is Carlos Padilla. Bert Cooper's all in black.
Okay, you're going to box for 12 rounds.
Chavis is in gold.
Don't throw any punches.
Emmanuel Stewart out there with him.
Seconds, come
and Smokin' Joe is out there. Boy, I tell you. As we said it earlier, Frazier and Ali, moments to remember. Huh? Here's Cooper, whose style is similar to that of his mentor and coach. I mean, he comes out winging.
Well, how many times have we seen this on Top Rank Boxing? Don't go to the refrigerator during this first round, please, because Bert Cooper will provide some excitement, that's for sure. And we've seen him take lots of people out early.
We saw him in his last go against Tyrone Booz up at Lake Tahoe in Nevada. And Booz gave him all he could handle and then some. It could have been the altitude that slowed Cooper down, but quite frankly, he was there in a hurry to begin the fight, and toward the end, why, he wasn't nearly as effective. He nails Chavis with a right hand and puts him flat on his back.
5, 6.
Chavis is up at 6, 7, 8.
Well, Chavis, I was just about to say, was moving away from the left hook of Bert Cooper, feeling that was where he had his big power. But Bert showed us that, unlike his mentor, who wasn't known for his right hand, Bert Cooper can nail you with the right and hurt you.
But Chavis obviously has got to realize he's got to get by the first few rounds with Cooper and get into this fight, or Cooper will put him away in a hurry.
And again, already that right hand getting in there, and you have to nail Cooper early too. There's one of two things: either you can do what Tyrone Booz did and cover up effectively, or you can box and nail Cooper coming in. Chavis is trying to box, but he can't nail Cooper with punches.
However, whatever he does hit Cooper with, a telltale indication would be Cooper grins every time he gets hit. He kind of has a wry smile on his face.
Well, that's a characteristic of Bert Cooper, and I think he does that both when he's hurt and when he's not hurt. So it's hard to read whether that's really an accurate portrayal.
No, I just meant that when he gets hit.
Oh, yeah.
That's his indication that he's been hit. Whether it hurt him or not,
yeah,
I can't say.
That is true. That is true. You know, he's not making Cooper pay for those wild misses. That's what Chavis needs to do. There's some blood somewhere in the nose, I think, of Chavis.
Yep.
Boy, tough first round for this young man.
Yeah, he's showing a lot of blood from the nose.
It's becoming the Spencer Chavis Invitational track meet right now.
Yep. A lot of blood coming from the nose. And whether that would indicate a broken nose or not, generally when it flows that freely, although it is slowed a bit.
He probably got hit right on the nose with that right hand.
He got caught flush.
That's the first right hand Chavis has thrown with any authority, and there is a lot of blood coming from the nose.
Yes. He may have suffered a broken nose. We can only wait and see. Cooper really throwing some punches. Chavis is going to have to punch back and at least gain a little respect from Cooper here. Chavis is big at 6'3". Cooper just about 6 feet tall. Now there's a left-right thrown by Chavis, and that threw Cooper off stride. Coming to the end of round number 1. It's been all Cooper in this one.
Walked into this right hand from Bert Cooper, and as I said, if he thought that Cooper could only punch with the left hook, he was wrong.
We're in round number 2, scheduled for 12. Cooper in the black trunks. Chavis in the gold. Chavis is tall at 6'3". Cooper, the shorter of the two men, but so far he's controlled this fight.
Chavis said to us that he thought the one punch you could hit Cooper with is the uppercut. That Booz did it effectively, and you can't hurt him unless you hit him underneath on the chin. Well, Chavis tried only one in the last round and missed it, but I think knowing he's got to pull it all stops, look for that punch in this round.
Well, his game plan would appear to be to wear Cooper out by having him chase him. But as having Cooper chase him, he's certainly in reverse and trying to stick the jab out to keep Cooper off him.
Yeah, there is the feeling that Bert Cooper slows a bit in later rounds, but of course, if you don't ever hit him and you don't make him do that much, he's not going to tire.
Chopping right hand by Cooper. He lunges right after Chavis.
He's really got Chavis in trouble now.
He's got Chavis quite fearful of him, really. Chavis is going to have to stand and throw a punch and make Cooper pay for those wild roundhouse punches he throws with that fear of contradiction.
That was a good jab by Cooper. And the one thing that came out of that Booz fight, in addition to a win, however controversial, was that Cooper's jab was very effective throughout the fight. That's probably what earned him that decision, was the jab.
Minute 30 remaining in round number 2. There's talk, Al, that Cooper might grow up to be, he's only 20, a natural heavyweight at about 210 or 15 pounds.
Yeah, that's what they say. I don't know. I mean, you can look at what has happened to some other cruiserweight types that have gone into the heavyweight division, although Michael Spinks notwithstanding is a light heavyweight coming up. But he's certainly strong, and at 5'11", and Mike Tyson isn't even 5'11", and he's doing very well as a heavyweight, obviously.
Cooper, relentless in his pursuit of Chavis. Chavis with some blood from his nose.
And you know, Tom, everybody says Bert Cooper's so easy to hit. Well, that was a good example of why he isn't. He's easy to hit only after you lure him in and make him throw those wide looping punches. That's what Tyrone Booz did, but Tyrone Booz had a very special talent for that.
Chavis threw a left and a right, and Cooper slipped them both a moment ago. Less than half a minute remaining in round number 2. Chavis went down from a solid shot, right hand right to the nose. Knocked him flat on the back of his lap in round number 1. Round 2 has been rather quiet by comparison. Round 3 will be coming along in just a bit. We'll be back to tell you about it right after this.
Has used the right hand very effectively in this fight. It's a misnomer to think that he only is a left hook artist. And there, you see awkward looking punches, but hey, he gets them in.
Cooper's in black, and Chavis, the other fighter in the ring, is in gold. We're in round number 3, scheduled for 12. Cooper's the North American Boxing Federation cruiserweight champion.
You know, I think at 21, Spencer Chavis, he and his dad, I was talking to him earlier today, and they really like the opportunity here. But I think Spencer Chavis is in the biggest fight so far of his career. This is not new territory for Cooper, and he might have been a little awed in the first couple rounds and very tentative, and that showed in what has happened. Might still be, for that matter.
Well, Cooper's an impressive fighter. He keeps coming after you, and boy, he just lets you have lefts and rights, and the right hand puts Chavis to the deck. Chavis is down.
4.
Up at 4. That's what the count is. 5, 6. I don't think he's coming up. 7, 8. He's not going to get up. 9.
10.
Chavis is down. He's out here in round number 3. Bert Cooper has won his 13th, his 10th by knockout, and he put his man down in the first with a solid right hand that may have broken his nose, although the blood did not flow quite as copiously in rounds 2 and 3. But in the third round, a solid right hand just when it appeared that Chavis might be getting into the feel of this fight. Down he went, and he really never moved as he lay there on the floor, and now he's still there, but with ring officials and Nevada Boxing Commission medical people, he's up on his stool.
And you know, Chavis came here, I think, with one part of his plan intact. That was stay away from the left hook of Bert Cooper. Constantly moved away from the hook. But you know what? That man, Bert Cooper, really neutralized that by using his right so effectively. So it was the right hand, not the left hook of Cooper, and that may have surprised the Chavis people.
Well, I tell you, he resembles the guy that trains him, his mentor, Joe Frazier. I mean, he just comes at you like perpetual motion. He's something else again. Chuck Hull's got the official time of the knockout.
Ladies and gentlemen, the time, 1 minute, 3 seconds of the third round. The winner by a KO and still NABF Cruiserweight Champion, Bert Cooper.
Cooper is still the NABF cruiserweight champion. That is a knockout in a minute 3 of round number 3. And of course, for Cooper, his 13th win against 1 loss and his 10th knockout in his career. And the beat goes on, and there's Cooper with the belt. Let's take another look at some of the action that saw Cooper put Chavis away here in the 3rd.
All right, we should hasten to point out that's a North American Boxing Federation championship, not a world title, but nevertheless it means something. And Cooper, there's the straight right hand, and as I said, I don't think Chavis thought that punch would do as much damage to him, and we get another look at it. And it's a very straight right hand. Now, not all of Bert Cooper's right hands are that straight, and you can see how much more power he packed because it was compact.
I tell you, that was from point A to point B, and quick of glove, too, because Chavis had his left hand up there, and it seemed to go right straight through that mitt, hit him right on the point of the chin. All right, let's talk to the champion in just a bit, and we'll be back to do that after we pause for this important message. Well, as the North American Boxing Federation cruiserweight champ, when we see him, it's always an interesting night. For those who thought he had only a left hand, he's got a dandy of a right. And he's up in the ring with Al Bernstein and the guy that trains him, former champ Joe Frazier.
Well, that business about the left and the right may be the key story here, though you have hurt people with your right hand before. We think of your left hook, I guess, as one of your big weapons, but that right hand, which he was trying to move to, was effective for you tonight.
And I had a left hand waiting for him. And I finished the right hand, the left hand was right there. I doubled it up, you know, and that's what caught him.
Do you feel yourself becoming a more polished and complete fighter? We talked about earlier today that against Booz, your jab was really effective, and now today the right hand. Seems like every time out you show something new.
Well, there's different fighters that I like a jab. Booz is the kind of person that I like to jab on. I could just jab him on all 12 rounds. Okay. But this kind of guy, I just can't let him stay in front of me.
Right.
You know?
Well, let's take a look, Bert, at the right hand in which you used to knock him out finally. Good short right hand. You'll see it here.
Yes.
You were throwing those hooks after him, and I think it's going to come up here shortly.
He tried to cover up, but the punch was too powerful for him.
You got to like how straight that punch was.
Yeah, it was straight because I ain't throw nothing else behind it. So I had to, you know, put him down with that one punch, which was the right hand.
He didn't counterpunch you really too well tonight, did he?
Nah, he didn't.
Yeah.
You know, but
part of that was your defense.
Yeah, it was. So I worked on defense too, you know, and did what I had to do.
All right, you did indeed. And the man that helps you work on that stuff, Joe Frazier, is here, well known to all boxing fans. Joe, I would think that as you look at this performance, you got to be pleased with what Bert did entirely. Didn't look like there were many flaws there.
I would say, number one, that we still probably like in, let's say, college, and you're not quite ready to graduate. There's a lot Bert have to learn, and let's say I'm so happy that the people has given him a chance to fight and learn, and that's what we really need. And as time go by, with no rush for anything, just keep on moving and keep on winning and keep on being good to the fans.
All right, well, you've been good to the fans, that's for sure. How quickly could you see in the future getting a world title shot?
I would say like anyway, like the middle of next year. Let's say running close to, let's say, fall. Bert will be ready. I can just keep him in the gym and do what he want to do, and let's say enjoy what he's doing, and I don't have to hunt him 24 hours a day.
Okay. He's been enjoying it now. Congratulations to you, Bert. Bert Cooper, another win for him in what's becoming our cruiserweight round robin.